Okay, so today I'm going to be replacing the spark plugs in my 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis. I am going to be putting Iridium spark plugs in it. I'm going to see if I notice a difference in performance and or gas mileage or startup. I'm going to just see what kind of differences there are, if there are any. So here's the startup on, I actually don't know what plugs are in it, but we'll see here in about an hour. But let's see how she starts up with the plug that's in it. Pretty dang easy now that it has a new battery in it. I gotta go pay a bill real quick, but once I get back home I'm gonna let it cool down, and once it's cooled down I'm gonna go ahead and take the old spark plugs out and put the new Iridiums in. Yeah, go ahead and turn off overdrive. We warmed up now. All I need is a manual transmission. Bing, bing, bing. Oh my God. Couldn't have stayed green for, okay, I think I'm good. Am I good? Guys, I'm gonna take it back home and start getting those spark plugs out once I'm cooled down here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up in the little lean-to here so I can be under the cover because it might rain. Yeah, it's good right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this hood lifted up here. That way some airflow can get in here and cool this engine off a little bit quicker. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it open, that way it can cool down easier and get the new battery in there. So I'm gonna let it cool down, I'm gonna get those spark plugs out. Okay, got my beauty cover off, and I completely recommend blowing out your engine bay before you do the spark plugs. That way no loose debris can get down in your cylinders, and we definitely don't want that. I've already sprayed it off a bunch. I'll probably do one more before I take the coils off, and then I'll do it after I take the coils off to get the inside walls where the spark plug goes all cleaned up. That way no debris drops in the cylinders. So I did get this intake loose so I can get it out of the way a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some Ziploc baggie, or put a Ziploc baggie over the throttle body here. Get this twisted up a little bit. I did loosen it down here as well. So these are 7mm bolts right here that hold the coils on. I'm gonna do one spark plug at a time. Now these coils, you just push down on the bottom and slide it out just like that. I think it's a 5/8 spark plug socket, so I'm gonna go grab that, grab some extensions. I don't have any swivel extensions, so I don't know how hard this is gonna be without that. All right, got my little mini ratchet here. So I'm gonna undo this 7mm bolt. I'm gonna clean out this air intake too, right here, because I can see there's debris in there. Probably just wipe it down. We don't want debris going into our engine. Gonna have to grab this thing by hand, and I can pull the coil. I'm gonna set that there. I'm gonna set my bolt somewhere. Actually, I can probably just screw it right back in where it goes. That way I don't lose it. So I'll set my tool here. I'm gonna go ahead and spray out this spark plug hole. Oh, see how dusty that was? Okay, so I'll go ahead and try to get the spark plug out. Hopefully it's not on there too tight. I'm gonna guess that they're probably Motorcrafts. If they're real worn, I'd almost think they're original, but I'm gonna need one more extension. Okay, that one's coming out nicely. I'm gonna blow it out one more time before I take it out. Okay. Should be able to grab it by hand. What is it? Yep, Motorcraft Platinum. Someone just recently did these too. It's got dielectrical grease. Okay, yeah, those are pretty new. They're in really good shape. Got my new Sparkplugs, they're Iridium 7164s. I bought 8 of them, obviously. They are Iridium, so I'm not gonna gap them. I forgot to hit the record button, but I did put the spark plug in, and I cleaned off and sprayed off the coil, so that's clean. Push it down there. I want to make sure it sits on that spark plug. Get the bolt started back. Once I get it started by hand, I can use a ratchet. I just don't want to get it, I don't want to break the threads. Okay. Alrighty, and just make sure the connector's clean, plug her back up. I am gonna have to stop and start recording a bunch because I don't want my GoPro to die. I only have so much life on it. I'm gonna have to get a little small wrench out for this bolt. It's in there pretty tight, in a tight area rather, not tight. Yeah, I really wish I had a swivel socket right about now, but I'm gonna take this off. It shouldn't be too hard. I should be able to grab it by my hand now. Just like that. This coil is angled a little bit, or it has some flex to it, so set that down for now. I would put that bolt back in its thread, but it's gonna be hard to get to, so I'm gonna put it inside real quick. Let's see, what am I gonna need? I might can use a socket on it, or extension on that one, I don't know. But I am gonna blow this out though. Oh my god. I'm interested to see if I can actually use this whole extension, or if I'm gonna have to get a swivel. Okay, I'm good on this one. The next one though, it's under that throttle body. It's already looking not very fun. Oh, it's alternator remanufactured. Go ahead, and I got the coil cleaned up. I sprayed it off with the air and wiped it off. Get that back installed. I got my bolt in my pocket. I'm able to get a wrench on this third one here, and I got it loose, so I'm gonna take that off by hand. Well, for some reason my GoPro didn't record that. It took a bunch of pictures. Got it installed, got the old one out. I am cleaning the coil right now. I'm gonna put it back in. I was able to get the bolt out with the small 7mm wrench, and I could get it off by hand. This last one looks like it's gonna be the hardest one, but we will see. Yeah, I should be able to get this wrench on here and tighten this bolt. This one was actually easier than compared to the one on the left there. A little bit more room. Alright, that's tight. Go ahead and plug the coil wire back in. See if I can go ahead and grab this last one with this wrench here. I should be able to grab it by hand now, so I'm gonna get that out, get the coil out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this connector off the throttle position sensor. I think it comes off like that, or that, or that. Okay, it just comes off like that, slides off, and let me see. I should be able to get my extension down there now. That connector was just a little bit in the way. I have already blown out the air from the cylinder, so I'm good on that. spray it out one more time though before I take the threads fully out. Gonna have to cover this back up. Alrighty, should be able to get it off by hand now. Maybe not. Now I should be able to get it off by hand. Yep. Check the gap on it. Make sure they're all consistent. So far they've been perfectly consistent. Yep, they got good quality control over there at NGK. It's kind of getting dark out. Not really, it's just cloudy. Alright, I'm going to clean up my coil real quick. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to record me doing the other side of this engine because it looks pretty much the same. It actually looks a little bit easier on this side. So I'm going to stop recording here, but I will put the intake back on, clean all that out, and start it and hopefully go for a rip. And hopefully she runs and performs a little bit better. Also, don't forget to put your TPS connector back. Alright, I got both sides spark plugs done for a total of 8. I'm gonna make sure that I've plugged everything back up. All my coils are plugged up. My throttle position sensor is plugged up. All my coils on this side plugged in. All right. All right. All right, new spark plug, Iridium spark plugs. Oh yeah. Sounds good and healthy. It's not misfiring, I don't believe. I don't hear a misfire anyway. I did do the new belt 2 weeks ago. I have a video on that if you want to watch it. Let's go for a ride. Again, not gonna do full throttle until I get new tires, but I did do about half throttle. It's running really good. NASCAR, baby. I don't imagine I'm gonna put many miles on this car. So by the time I sell it one day, if I ever do, it'll still have low miles. I mean, I've had it registered for over 2 weeks now. I've only put 300 miles on it. I'm actually just about to hit 300 miles at 7:04. If you liked the video, guys, make sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed before, go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And turn on post notifications every time. I meant to say. And turn on post notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And peace out.